Hi friends, it's Amanda. Welcome back for more Hip Kit Club inspiration with our gorgeous December kits. And so much fun with these kits. They're gorgeous, aren't they? Today is mini album day, so I am making a really simple album today, a bit like a TN insert and cover. So using the crepe paper, snowflake paper here, and I've cut this paper to 7¼ inches long and 7 inches wide, and I've scored along there, and I'm just giving it an extra press. And yeah, that's going to be my cover. So a really simple album today. I know everyone does these fancy ones, and sometimes you just have something quick you want to document and you don't have time to do all those fancy things, or you just want something simple. I've gone ahead now with a whole bunch of other papers and cut these to 7 inches by 6½ inches. So these are a little bit smaller, and it's so that they fit inside the insert there. So they're the colours I've used, or the papers I've used, if you like to know, but they're pretty much just the Heidi Swap papers that are in the December kits. And see what I mean about cutting them a bit smaller? So they just sit flush inside, and I think that's a really nice detail. And then because they're only pattern papers and they're not too thick, I was able to stitch straight through them. So machine stitched right through the center, and I can see I've got all these fabulous pages for my album. So simple, easy, quick, and a lovely way. It probably wouldn't work so well if you had lots of pages. You might have to hand stitch perhaps, but look, I think that's a great way to make a quick TN album, and yeah, having lots of fun. So coming in now with pretty much all the things to decorate and have a lot of fun with. So I've sped it up because of course there's quite a lot of pages here, and I didn't want to not share what I've done in my album, but I didn't think you'd want to sit here for hours while I fussed over all the pieces. So lots of the embellishment kit and the scrapbook main kit here today. And because there was so much pink in this month's collection, of course it is going to be a mini album for my darling girl. I didn't have a lot that I wanted to put in this album, and that's why the TN approach worked for me, because I only had a few pages, a few simple photos, and it's actually going to be probably more typewriter journaling going in there than perhaps photos even. I've got a lot that I wanted to write to her about her new year and happy beginnings and fresh starts and all those sort of nice things that, messages that I'd like to send to her. So this is a cute little album for her. So you can see me just popping all that together. But on the left hand side there, you'll see with the little cute kitty, that's actually my plan for the front cover. And I know you probably think, well, that's crazy, why didn't you start with the cover? But because the album's stitched together, and I tend to add things that make it a bit bulky, like all those gorgeous embellishments I can't help myself but use, like flare buttons and things, and thickers and stickers. And I find it does become easier if you start from the center and work outwards. Yeah, and then I was worried I might use some of the things by accident that I'd planned to use for my cover. So I've got my cover plan to the side so I don't distract from that. And you can see I'm using lots of the tags to mount my photos with. And the tags were from the embellishment kit die cuts. They're very, very sweet. And lots of those florals that were in that same pack as well, because it's a girly page, so we're going to have lots of florals. You'll see I snipped that embellishment in half. I want it to run across the spread, but because it's stitched, it will pull on the pages if I left it as one piece. So I've separated it, and yeah, I'll glue them separately on each side, but they'll still make, the one whole piece. So just a little tip for making your pages open and close a bit easier. But yeah, simple and easy. You can see where I'm leaving lots of space for journaling and some titles and things and sentiments, and yeah, just playing with all the things. So coming in with some of the die cuts now from the main kit, and then of course these fabulous rose gold highlights, and I use the rose gold as a real special highlight on most pages just to have that little extra. The frames, aren't they fabulous? The So Frosty exclusive frames, they're really cute, and I love that blue, it's really pretty. Florals, it's all here, florals, tags, and look at that, there's a little flare button that matches that floral print, so I had to use it. Had to. So now you can see my album's already starting to get quite bulky. This is another reason why I can't have too many pages in my mini albums. But simple and sweet, and yeah, I think it's just a really nice fun one to do. It's quick and it's easy, but the time I will spend on the journaling will probably take a while for me off camera, but I think it's just a nice touch. And yeah, I decided I didn't like the green. I had too many pages, so I've actually glued them together. I do like the green. I shouldn't say I didn't like it. The colours I couldn't get to work for my photos, and because they backed onto one another, I actually just glued them together. And it worked better that way. I really didn't have as many photos as I thought. I'd only, she's at that age where she doesn't like her photo taken too much anymore. So I only had like 2 series of photos that I could work with, and I edited them as much as I could so that I had a few variations. So you'll see there's the black and white versions, the full version in this particular photo. You can see I cropped it in that one, and there's the long version off my phone, because that was just a photo of my phone. You have to be quick. She doesn't do the full photo shoots with me anymore. But that's okay. She can say no. That's all right. But yeah, trying to document for her something a bit special, letting her know how beautiful she is, how loved she is, and that this year can be just such a happy, wonderful year for her if she chooses to be herself. Pretty girls are the happiest, and all those sort of sentiments in it. So yeah, so I'm almost done on the base of my pages. Not finished on them, but that's sort of my base. And I tend to go back and add things all the time. So yeah. But lots of fun. So you can see how it's coming along now, and I'm going to actually commit and put my cover on now. So that is a chipboard sticker, and I think it said I don't know, it would have said something about the snow. It's from the Snowflake crepe paper chipboard stickers that were there, and I just thought I'm gonna cover it with that cute little die cut from the exclusive die cuts pack. And it's super cute, isn't it? She's very, very cute. Added the hearts because, I forgot to mention, today's project was supposed to feature hearts, and I got so carried away making this that I forgot the hearts. So you can see I've added hearts to the cover, and then I go in and add some heart stickers on a few of the pages, and I'm sorry, it was just, she is my heart, so I figured that was my element. But then I got sidetracked, and sometimes you're creating and you have just get lost in your creating because you get so absorbed, and it's so amazing, and these kits just distract me all the time. They're so good. For finishing touches on that page, you would have noticed I added those gorgeous Prima gems, and coming in with a little bit of lace from my stash just to soften the front cover and add that little element of more girliness. And yeah, oh, look at that, it's coming along so good. As you can see, still needs more. I won't slow it down yet because there's just so much more I need to add. But you can see I like to go in now once I've got the base pages in place and add those extra words and titles and embellishments. And here comes another of those hearts. I just cut out some hearts from the pattern paper because the pattern papers are gorgeous in this kit. They're so super pretty. I couldn't get enough of them. So love looks like this. And oh, look at that. That's so cute. And this is her with our gorgeous puppy. She does love our puppy. She will let me take photos of her when she's holding the puppy. And then I had this idea that I should have stitched that heart, so I just gone around with a fine black pen and added some faux stitching in and around that heart. And what to add next? And I think I need 2020 at the top of this one because it is about the start of a new year. And even though you won't see that, there'll be a long strip of journaling going inside, talking about the year ahead and what we, our hopes and dreams are, and maybe just, reminding her that how beautiful she is, and she can make it amazing if she wants to. I want to leave that left-hand side on this particular page blank so I can put in quite a bit of story. I love this page, but I felt like it was, it needed a pop of black just because the black and white photo to balance it. So in went my title there. And it's really hard when you haven't written your journaling, but you sort of know what you want to put, but you have to think of titles because it's more than one title in a mini album. So I had to really stop and think about that, but that was okay. So it's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how this is sitting. And I thought about using those actual journal spots from the frames pack, but in the end I'm going to leave them out. Oh, here comes another one of those hearts. This time I did think about the faux stitching first. But yeah, look, that's my mini album. Lots of room for all my typewriter journaling, and Oh yeah, and then I remembered I had a few heart stickers left over from our November kit. So this is from November, these last little stickers. They're a last little finishing touch because I felt like it needed just a few more hearts. But that's pretty much my mini album. I'll add my journaling privately because it's a beautiful story for my sweet girl. But you get the idea. It's really beautiful, a simple, lovely mini album that you can create yourselves easily. And I hope you will enjoy using your December kits as much as I have. Thanks so much for watching. Questions and comments in the box below and all that jazz. Have a wonderful, happy Arty days. Bye.